Middle Tennessee's own Caleb Plant joining me now, just days away from his fight with Caleb Truax on January 30th in Los Angeles. How have the past few months been in terms of preparation, and how ready are you to defend your IBF super middleweight title?
I think COVID and the pandemic in general has switched things up for a lot of us. But it's been fortunate that I haven't really had any restrictions during training. The gym's been open. I've been able to do strength and conditioning. I've been able to be on the track and get my miles in as well. So, no restrictions there, but it has been a different environment with, you know, when I'm sparring, no one else really being able to be in the gym besides my team. And when I train, usually we have quite a bit of people in there, but it's been a good setting because on fight night there won't be any fans as well. So it's been a good, practicing.
Yeah, and I know you've had some time before in terms of not fighting, but you usually go every 6 months or so. Does this give you a little more opportunity to prepare?
Um, well, I've said in a couple of interviews here recently that I took off a couple of weeks from my fight, and then the pandemic hit, and everything got shut down. And for me, I knew right then that that was the time to get back to work because
Hmm.
it was either a situation where most other athletes, at least boxers, uh, either wouldn't have access to a gym because in their city it was completely shut down and they couldn't find one or get to one, or that other athletes would think that this would be a time for them to rest and not take it serious because things were shut down. And so I knew right then that that was the time for me to get back to work and get back to it. So we had a private setup with the gym, and then me and my strength and conditioning coach, we got back to work as well. I just felt like that was a great time for me to try and not try, but to set myself ahead of the rest of the pack. Because, like I said, either they wouldn't have access or they would be in chill mode.
Well, talking about your next opponent, Truax, I mean, he's a veteran fighter. He has world championship. He's also the underdog coming into this one, but you said you are not taking him lightly. However, you said this won't go 12 rounds. Why not?
Um, Again, and like you said, he's a former world champion. He's got a lot of experience, and he's upset people before. So I know that this is a situation where I have to take this serious. And at this level, you can't afford to, go in not focus on the task at hand. That's happened so many times in boxing where they had someone in front of them and they were looking past them and talking about the next fight, and then they wind up losing. So that's not a mistake that I'm looking to make. And I'm not looking past him, but I am looking through him. And like you said, I don't feel like this goes 12 rounds. So whether I bounce his head off the floor or his team throws the towel in or the ref sets in and does his job, I plan on stopping him early.
You know, it's crazy because it's been a year since we covered you here in Nashville. It was like last February when you obviously took the title. And since then, I am sure that your fan base has grown even more.
Everybody showed up. The energy was electric, and then I put on a great performance. So there's been a lot of great feedback, and but a couple new people who don't like me as much either. So it comes hand in hand with anything you do in life. As you move up, you grow to have more support, and you also grow to have people who aren't always as fun. But I don't do what I do for people who don't like it. I do for what I do for myself and my fans and the people who do. So I think it's just continue to be myself no matter where I'm at or who I'm in there against. I think that's the key to staying successful.
Well, and you're still fairly young, obviously, in the sport with 20 fights under your belt. You said it's your goal to win a championship, but at the same time, it's not the goal. So, what is the goal, Caleb, and how do you keep that chip on your shoulder when you continue to have success?
Yeah, definitely a goal to become a world champion, but not the goal. The goal is to become the first undisputed super middleweight of all time. There's four world titles in each weight class, and when you win two, you're a unified world champ. But when you win all four, you become undisputed because at that point there is no dispute with who the best is. So that is the goal, to become the first undisputed super middleweight, to cement a legacy that can't be erased and is written in stone, and to have a career that people talk about for generations to come. So there's still a lot ahead of me. There's still a lot I want to accomplish, and that keeps me focused. It keeps me focused and hungry and motivated because there's so much more that I want to get done.
What can people expect to see out of next Saturday's fight?
fireworks. So tune in. Like I said, I don't plan on letting this go 12 rounds. So like I said, either the ref can step in and do his job, or his team can throw in the towel, or I'll throw it in for him.
One more question. I know that this fight comes first, but I know you always have bigger goals. You always have something that you're setting your mind to in the future. So this fight with Canelo Alvarez, I mean, is it possible?
Absolutely, it's possible. It's not possible, but it's going to happen. Um, you know, first things first, like you said, January 30th, and I need to be focused on that, and I am focused on that. But he's saying the fight's going to happen. I'm telling y'all the fight's going to happen. He's looking to become the first undisputed super middleweight, and so am I. And there's only one way that can happen, and that's to get in there and duke it out. So first things first, I'm gonna handle my business on January 30th, and hopefully at some point we can get in there and give the fans what they want.
Well, it has been fun to talk about boxing in this city. I know that there are fans all over. They're excited to watch you fight again and defend your title on Saturday. Good luck, Caleb.
Thank you so much.